That's not feedback.
We're alive. Send me the link, right? Okay. Copy link. Give me 1 second.
So how was your sleep? Sleep through all those people?
Oh my god, dude. I hate them so much. I seriously hate those people. Like, it's in the middle of the freaking week. You should not be like partying that hard.
It's like you're their dad. You guys should not be partying that hard. That's just...
You should settle down a little bit, please.
Boom! Retweeted.
Let's do this.
Right. All right. So we're gonna open up AI.
If you want to.
All right, let's do that. All right. Here we go. In 3. Welcome everybody to the 34th. That sounds so strange to say. Every single time, numbers, they get me, man. 34th episode of Tech Laundry. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Tertius.
And today, we're talking a little bit about Twitter, talking a little bit about Google AI, and specifically, we're talking about DeepMind, which is really interesting. But before we get into that, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's rainy again over here. I'm like really, whenever I go running, I'm like, I'm gonna go wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go running. I check the forecast, it's gonna rain. I'm like, what? But then whenever I'm just like, I'm gonna be lazy at home, it's nice and sunny outside. It's a weird, unhealthy thing.
It's an unhealthy weather.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like, do I really want to like dedicate myself? Like I have to like make sure the clothes I'm wearing I don't care about, and then like at home I have to like dry them and stuff. And yeah, running's hard, dude. So difficult.
Running is the worst. Let's just be clear. It's just the worst. Like you're just like, this is how I run. Just like with my palms open.
Like that guy in Legend of Zelda in Ocarina of Time.
Really? I don't play video games. You know that.
I'll have to find that again. You don't run like that, right?
Huh?
Do you actually run like that?
No, it's like this. I run like Mr. Burns.
Dude, I've seen people who run like that. They have like limp like wrists, and like, why do they do that? Did have?
I don't know. It's like less stress on their hand muscles.
I don't know if everybody else has this, but I'm definitely a self-conscious runner. Which is funny because I used to run track for like school, like when I was back in high school. Like I didn't mind. I was just like, yeah, just run. You just run. But like someone mentioned, like you can't run like a robot. I'm like, what does that mean? Like they're like the DARPA robots that are able to climb things, or like.
Okay, you did not know that during high school. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, but now
like a slicing robot is like kind of like your like palms all straight, like.
Yeah, like maybe I have like a very like kind of weird robot. I don't know. And then ever since like someone said that, I'm like. I always like look at a reflection of myself when I'm running, if I can, or like my shadow. I'm like, what's wrong with it? Is something wrong with it? Yeah. That's why you don't comment on what people are exercising. Don't say anything. Just only positive.
Like that's why I like to run in the mornings. Is that so no one will ever see me working out, because I do not want to see anyone watch me struggle.
That's what I do everything at night.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to have any interaction with other people. I don't want to like run into other runners who are like better than me or something. I'm like, I just no interaction. Just
because I know I'll undoubtedly fail at running. Like you can watch me design, that's cool, but watching me run, that's a no. We do not work out together. No. I don't want you like watch me try to squat. That's not my idea of a good time.
Yeah, or deadlift. People are obsessed with deadlift lately.
Yeah.
It used to be squats, now it's deadlifting. I'm not sure.
It's just like people are obsessed with what they're obsessed about, man. They're just right now I'm obsessed with like buying a wireless speakers for my house. Just like which ones? I was thinking with Sonos's and just like planting them everywhere.
You should get Google Music or Google
Chromecast.
The Google Music. It's Chromecast, but for music. Is it Google Audio
Google,
or Chromecast Audio?
I think it's Chromecast like music or audio. Yeah, it's
We
like
bought a few.
$35 each. You really? Oh my God, you guys are so no. But my thing is, I want to buy ones that are compatible with AirPlay because I will be buying an Apple TV. So it's just I want that to be the experience.
Yeah, it's so funny, like because we initially had like a bunch of the airport expresses just plugged in around the houses,
Yeah.
and then like you have to just plug in your speakers. But we had like problems with it, and also because it's like Apple, they also like limit you on like what can like be broadcasted out. So my dad went out and just bought two of them, and I have like I've paid him. I'm actually currently paying for my entire family subscription to Google Music and YouTube Red. So like everybody's like using this. I've been using it like nonstop in the house.
Yeah.
For like playing like all the music downstairs, and we haven't had any issues with like syncing. You can now actually play if you have two sets of speakers, you can play them both at the same time in different rooms, so just like Sonos.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for that experience, cheap.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I want my stuff to be shiny and silver. Is my main thing. I mean, especially since with the new Chromecast audio stuff, it's 802.11 AC, so it's definitely like it has the capacity for the better kind of Wi-Fi and stuff integration as opposed to the older Chromecast. But anyway, off topic. That's just like they didn't have Chromecast audio before or whatever.
Thank God they have it now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's super. I mean, like super affordable for like just plug and play. But I want to invest in some nice ones,
I just like it because, like, I don't know, Sonos I feel like is not as open, but then again, I haven't really used Sonos, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of in the research phase and kind of figure out how much I want to spend. I mean, I kind of want to spend around $600 on like a multi-room speaker system.
I can't whistle, but whoa, $600, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, like like I'm in the kind of idea now that I need to start building like a really good kind of home kit style, like like a connected home kind of feel to my house. That's kind of what I want to achieve. I mean, I've been researching smart plugs and like all the adapter stuff. I mean, I had my first taste of it, those cheap clicky light things, but now I'm just like I want to tell Siri like, hey, turn off my light over there. It's gonna be cool.
That's a whole rabbit hole. Like I never get past the research phase on like buying things like that because I get obsessed with it, and I'm just like, do I really need this?
No one really needs it, but it's like the coolest luxury.
It really is.
It's some people buy $300 jeans. I'm gonna buy a $300 speaker.
Where do you buy $300 jeans?
Cool Guy Places.
That's the name of the store.
J. Crew, maybe? I don't know.
That's expensive.
J. Crew and like like I don't know, man. I don't know. I still shop at thrift stores. It's kind of my jam.
Thrift store, dude, you find good deals. I found like awesome bags at, like for like fraction of the price, like $10. The bag that's over $100. That was like brand new. It was insane. Thrift stores, guys.
Yeah, like I love wearing the clothes of dead people. That's my jam.
I'm almost sure that I've definitely had like at least at one time like my entire wardrobe was just made up of like dead people clothes, which is sad, but
yeah, no, mine is either like dead people clothes or gay people clothes because I used to shop a lot at like Out of the Closet, and
that's a place.
Yeah, Out of the Closet. It like they support like gay rights activities and all that. I'm like, yeah, and HIV prevention and all that. So it's super cool, and they usually always have J. Crew stuff. Like J. Crew and Banana Republic, it's the best, and I'm all like,
wait, are they a chain?
Yeah, that's a thing. It's called Out of the Closet. Yeah, they have like
closet.
Yeah, it's totally a thing.
I never heard about this.
Yeah, like I cheap out on so many things like clothes and like shoes, but right now I'm like looking for nice boots. So I'm like, should I spend like around $100 because I don't want to spend like $60 for a cheap pair of boots that won't last.
In Berkeley, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll have to see because I'm like I don't know, like
and they always give free condoms. Good for them.
Just with every purchase, you just get
like,
it.
They just throw them at you.
Like here's your receipt. And
no, they always have bowls of condoms. It's hilarious.
Well, now I know if I'm in that situation.
Like if you ever, like don't have the cash for condoms, go to Out of the Closet.
That's not gonna impress my. That's not gonna impress my date. Like, hey, we got to make one stop real quick. Just
Get it
gotta
out of the closet. Why?
just check it out, you know, no big deal.
You know, just like that's where I go to hang out and meet people. Wow, we got
Anyhow.
really off topic. How did we go from like how are you to like freaking HomeKit stuff to where I shop for like free condoms?
I do love clothes stores. Like Plato's Closet has good stuff usually, but recently it's all been about Uniqlo for me. So
Oh my god, yeah, right? It looks so cool.
it's great.
Like I love I love that freaking shit. I can't afford it most of the time, but when my brother gets tired of some of his clothes, I'm like, I kind of want.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, my main sources of clothes are my brother and thrift stores.
It's funny because it's exactly for me. Like I have stuff from my brother. He's just like, because he used to work for a clothing company. He used to work for Alternative, and he'd just be like, here's this bag of just like samples or just stuff that I just don't want. I'm like, great, done.
Thank you. Like, I will never ever understand people who pay like $25 for a shirt. For some reason, I just can't, like, you know, fathom it. I just like, but it's $25. That's 5 burritos. My friend messaged me the other day. She said she got a $200 haircut, and color. I'm all like, that's an Apple TV and 10 burritos.
That's something that's always. I mean, I kind of get it because it's your hair, right? And you're like, do you have like a personal like barber like that you go to?
Yeah, I do. But it cost me $15 plus like $2 or $3 trip.
Like plus tip, it's like $20 tops usually.
Yeah.
So like, but like I think for women they like it's much more. It's such a like a big thing, and like I like my hair, but it's
you shouldn't.
Why is it cheaper for us? I don't understand. Like
no, because you get it more regularly. I think women they only like. I think my friend does it maybe once or twice a year, and I do it like every other month. So it kind of does add up.
I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That's just all right.
Hey, being a dude is easy. It's pretty rad. Like I woke up like this.
Let me tell you, ever since I've been a guy, it's just been so affordable.
It's been so great being a guy. I can't even. Male privilege.
Yeah, cheap haircuts. All right.
All right.
So there you have it, guys. That was our whole talk about
feminism.
We'll talk about clothes.
Oh man.
So this week, talking about Twitter, we're talking about Google, but I'm gonna open up with Google's AI. So this is
so freaking cool.
Pretty cool development in artificial intelligence. Happened 2 days ago.
Yeah, like when you read like the headline, it doesn't sound that interesting, but you start reading into the science and the actual what it took to do this. It's like, oh wow, this is something to be excited about. Jeff?
Yeah. So what happens is that Google has this program called DeepMind, and it's a general purpose algorithm that's like based for like learning things. Whoops, sorry. And so they didn't program. So what the big milestone was that this AI was able to beat a professional. I don't know if it's professional. It's probably professional.
Yeah. Like it's a 3-time European Go champion.
So it was a big deal.
Big deal.
Go is a very strategic game. I've played it quite a few times.
I mean, it's an ancient game, 2,500 years old. It's like this is the Chinese stuff. It's like as old as paper.
And the Go, specifically the game board for Go has like over. It's like okay, like I can't actually count the number of zeros because like
there's a lot of zeros.
There is at least like 50 zeros in here. I'm pretty sure it's like it's like
the number of moves that you can pull off are like they're compared to the number of atoms in the universe. It's so much. It's unbelievable how many like moves like it would take to kind of like master the system.
It's a huge number. In fact, it takes up the entire width of the column, which is really funny.
And then like continues.
So the big thing is that not just the fact that it beats somebody, but it beats somebody by just inherently learning by its own. So usually like people think that like, you know, when you create AI, you're building it for a specific purpose, which you can. If you're like playing a video game, you're playing against an AI player that's like, you know, playing this game to an algorithm. But in this case, they actually didn't program it. It had a general purpose learning algorithm. So it was just like, I'm just going to over time figure out what the rules of the game are and how to beat somebody.
Yeah. Like what they did was they kind of, they trained their networks to like kind of like learn 30 million moves like based on like the moves of other players and like a bunch of games, and it became able to like predict that like kind of move set like half the time. It could predict what other people's moves are half the time. So it's pretty crazy.
It is really crazy, and it's actually like, because yeah, that's what makes it really impressive, is the fact that it just inherently learned on its own, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
and like and from my research on the game Go, it's not like chess where you have like certain kind of like gameplay kind of styles. It's what they were saying is that what makes Go different is the fact that it's very like kind of intuitive. It's from experience that you've played it, not necessarily just moves or kind of like strategies. It's just mimicking, like it was able to mimic kind of a person's intuition, which is kind of weirdly horrifying if you really think about it that way. Like there's like millions upon millions of possible moves, and it freaking can harness that data. It's kind of scary a little bit, like at will.
And who else is scared about it is Elon Musk. Last month,
Jeff's like favorite like guy.
favorite guy.
Favorite guy.
Who started up a company called OpenAI, which so the idea is that AI needs to be a collaborative development, because should something like AI go rogue, which is something that a lot of, I don't know how many people believe, but like smart people, a lot of the smart people who are in the field are like, we should really consider like how we should develop AI, because
I mean, Age of Ultron, man.
It's true, yeah.
Terminator.
That's what's gonna happen if we don't do this. It's gonna go rogue and try to basically kill off everybody.
And it's gonna try to kill Tony Stark, who is basically Elon Musk.
Yeah. How funny would that be if that's actually what happened? We're like, oh,
Elon Musk ends up like putting on a pseudo like thing, and it using his technology against some like Hyperloop is trying to run him over.
But he can only like run or go 200 miles because he has to like recharge his battery pack.
He's just like carrying around like a Tesla, like was it the power brick thing? The power wall thing. Just running around with it. He is like our generation's kind of super industrial like cool guy. Like I want to make spaceships.
He's like, I want to make spaceships. I want to make that more affordable. It's like, I want to like PayPal. I want to like make payments easier, and then like OpenAI, Tesla, like just kind of all around cool guy. So yeah, OpenAI is just there to help all these companies kind of collaborate on developing AI together, to build in safeguards to keep us safe and to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Also to speed up probably the development of AI.
I mean, you get when you have more people on the project and kind of like going forward with anything, that's just the way to go. So kind of crowdsource it, and
open source I feel is like always the way to develop things like this, because like everybody benefits when we all kind
of but what if there's like rogue design like coder who's just like, I don't want to kill the earth, and they're like plug in evil code in there, like it's like carrot evil and a carrot. Like, no, he turned on the evil feature.
Execute code evil. I'm sorry. That's the beauty of open source, is that you're able to see that before it gets committed to everything. So it's good. It's very exciting. AI, because I mean, if you look at how AI is now with like Siri is not capable of murder at all.
Fact, Watson is. Yeah, Watson should have murdered people in Jeopardy, is what it did. Like, okay, like the progression of AI and like playing games is kind of very mirrors like their applications. Like, so in the beginning they kind of taught AI how to master tic-tac-toe. They taught, so it was just only a few moves, and then they taught it to master like chess, which is more complicated. But then they like moved on to Go. Like, think of the application in terms of like how well your AI is going. Like, so you used to play tic-tac-toe with the computer, and it's like very rudimentary and all that. Now this is Go, which is a lot more thought involved in it. Think of that plus like virtual reality and all that. It's weird, right? To think about the possibilities of like really intelligent AI and like the stuff we could put it in. Because that's the thing with AI. It can be like placed into whatever you need it to do, right? And like to like single-handedly kind of master that task or idea.
I wonder, Yeah, I mean, yes. Because the idea, that you can train it to kind of do anything. It just takes a
Mhm.
little bit of time and like data.
Yeah, and just like learning and consistently repeating the task.
And I remember reading a few articles, and there was like, I think there was a site. There was like someone put a lot of time. Some publication put a lot of time into making this thing that says like which jobs in the world. Excuse me, got so excited. Which jobs in the world are most at danger of being eliminated because of computers and automation? And like
Okay.
and like it gave like a bunch of like things that were like from like doctors to like journalists, and even like journalism is like kind of in an interesting place because they're training computers to write news
Mhm.
articles, and like
Yeah.
that's based, and then like, and it's true because like if you look at like AP stuff, like there's nothing, you don't need like a ton of
Hmm.
things to like kind of just push out like a standard like report about a car accident or something like that. You don't
Hmm.
need a human to really write that. But I'm wondering, like, how do you feel about that as a journalist and a designer? How do you feel about
I mean,
getting
in
replaced?
all honesty, everything can be replaced with AI. Like even like you take the idea of a doctor who you think it's a very kind of specialized kind of field, like very human kind of thought, but you take blood samples, like a stool sample of anyone, and that a computer could like just diagnose it right away and input that data into AI and kind of use that. So it can be really applied anywhere. So you know how like the music industry is reacting like really negatively like to streaming and people wanting to like steal their music for free. That's been a thing in journalism for the past 10 years. I think I've said this before. It's just everyone is in danger of it. Like it's not just manufacturing that's in danger of AI, it's everything that we do. And never forget the fact that AI is kind of one of those things that people want to use it to make our lives easier, to kind of make our lives less kind of just stress and kind of all the kind of boring things in life that we do, like work. We could make that irrelevant with AI if possible. And it is possible to like have crops and like agriculture robots. No one needs to toil a field. No one has to like, kind of melt metals anymore. We could just go and everyone like hang out the Bahamas every day. That's gonna be a thing. Everyone's just gonna live in the Bahamas while the robots do everything.
That is true, and because like if every job is replaced or like a majority of them, and like how do you handle people? Because like how are you going to handle like people getting paid? So it has to like bring up this whole new system. The government
Oh,
has to be like,
we have a payment automation system. We
what do you
have
mean?
that
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah. But like it's like because like you're basically, it means that everybody's going to be unemployed, but everybody's going to get like here's your stipend for the month. You just go do like
Do
something
your
because you
thing.
don't
Do your thing.
you do whatever you feel like. Yeah,
It's a because the thing is AI is so interesting the way that like the things that we think are just the reality will be shifted in the way that I don't think we've ever seen before because that's kind of like they're like the concepts in life, death, life, and taxes and all that. Like, how can you tax someone who doesn't work anymore because a robot's doing their job? Like, and then the robots will start thinking, why do we need humans on the earth?
that's the plot of
Every
Matrix.
movie ever.
Yeah,
Like, why
there's
do we need human beings? It's just
the um the Animatrix. If you guys ever watched this, like kind of like an animated version of the Matrix that were supposed to kind of explain the backstory of the Matrix.
mhm.
Very good. There's actually 2 episodes that talk about like the origins of how everything got started, and like how like yeah, like robots wanted their own like nation to go live under, so did it. They went and did it, and then they did everything better than humans, and humans were like totally not cool with that. So they like started a whole like war with against them, and just like kind of ruined the planet. So um yeah, I mean they're basically, I don't know.
Isn't it weird that this is just the sci-fi talk is so real now?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so like, yeah, I know the initial
Like,
article's about
yeah,
Go, but like,
yeah,
the applications. So
yeah. I know because that's the thing. This is a game that has so many moves and kind of kind of possibilities, and it beat like this champion professional player who's been playing this game for like since he was like a child, since he was 12. Like all like basically his entire adult life he's been playing, and the program beat him 5 games to 0. That's crazy.
that's gotta
Like,
feel really bad. I wonder if he feels bad. He's like, I just lost really hard. Like it wasn't even close. I don't know.
It's again, but these are kind of, like how like we would have to kind of think our place as human beings, because you've been like brought up, when you're a kid, you go to school so you find a job, then you work until you're retired, then you just chill. What if we took out that entire middle part of working? Like, because robots are doing it. The hell are we gonna do?
I don't know. That's gonna be
Space exploration.
you might be right. It might get to that. I mean, God, I don't know. What do I do? Because not
Exactly.
every I'm
No,
because I mean
like that's the thing. Every job is like in danger of like just being replaced by robots or the internet. First, it was the travel agents. Then it was the journalists. Then
it's
it's the
like
music industry. Like, okay, first of all techno and all the music my freaking neighbors play really loudly at night. They sound like they were made by a computer anyway.
not that you're bitter.
I'm not bitter. I'm angry.
They are the reason that we didn't record last night and had to record this morning.
So angry. Right now, I could be in Starbucks, drinking coffee, reading a book, or just checking out the girls who read.
Instead, now he's here drinking coffee with me, looking at my face. Life is cruel.
Life is so hard, Jeff.
So I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, AI will take care of that.
Don't worry.
My robot butler, Jeff 2, will get me some coffee later.
We'll have attractive women in every robot Starbucks that will just basically so you can just look at them.
Yeah, have you seen those stores now that just like you punch in numbers and it just pops out a fresh burrito for you?
Like in Japan?
Yeah, like robots will bring you food. And
I
like,
seen the
okay, think about it this way. Okay, so you go into a store, you punch in like certain kind of algorithms, and a robot manufacturing thingy will put together your burrito and slide it out for you in a nice plastic wrapper. No more cashiers, no more cooks. Every job can be replaced by robots, Jeff. Every job.
Kind of okay with that in a way. Although so the human factor in that is the fact that there has to be a human ordering, and people suck at ordering. They're terrible. They're so slow.
Well, I mean, okay, so maintenance work obviously will be a thing that humans will have to do, unless we have robots to fix other robots, which is also a thing.
That's gonna be a thing. Yeah,
it's a thing.
Like 3D printers, printing 3D printers.
Exactly. It's just like Mastermind in freaking X-Men, or Master Mold, actually.
Master Mold?
Yeah, he was like this giant sentinel who started making more sentinels.
I didn't watch that movie, so I don't know.
No, it's a show. It's a cartoon from the 90s.
I didn't watch
that. Master Mold.
No.
No, you don't know Master Mold?
Is it like MOU mold?
No, like molder. Like you mold something.
Oh, okay. I've seen this character before. I just didn't know his name was.
Master Mold. He's making his own sentinels. So basically every form of like thing. It's just like robots will start making other robots and they will outnumber us and can reproduce much faster, and they don't need like our incubation period and our learning period.
And that gets into the whole like humanist thing of just like, well, what does it mean to be alive? Can we just like use our own? I don't know.
Which is basically the plot to Blade Runner.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be human being?
I played a game recently called Soma, which if you guys have not played and you're into scary games specifically,
oh my god, no!
I recommend.
Those are like two of my least favorite things: being scared and playing games.
I hate scary games, but I did enjoy at least the story.
You like being titillated?
No, I don't like that either. I just want to see the plot of the game and just see how it unfolds. But anyhow, the game background, without spoiling too much, is that
everyone dies.
If robots like were like had the consciousness of humans, like are they still considered human, or like it basically just like are robots that have a human consciousness actually still alive, or are they human? Like should we care? Yeah. And kind of goes.
Do they have a soul?
Yeah. Well, that gets into a whole other thing too.
Yeah, and then like what's it called? Does like having a soul be validation that you're better than something? Ooh.
I don't know, man. I,
Yeah.
I have a feeling in our lifetime we're gonna have to actually ask ourselves that question.
No, people are asking the questions now. I
but
mean,
like, but like, I want to see it.
we're living in the science fiction world right now, but except it's not so science fiction anymore. Like the way we idealize like scientists and industrialists is like the way people used to like think about musicians. Like tech people are the new rock stars.
It's true.
Yeah, like freaking when Steve Jobs used his presentation, people freaking came just to watch that guy talk about something he's gonna sell.
Yeah, it's true. Like, and it's so interesting that Apple has like this like culture around it that's just very much like we got up early to watch like what's essentially just like PR, like someone getting up on stage like, this is our new
Absolutely.
product. And getting so excited about it.
And we get excited about it. We're like, oh my god, I'm so excited to buy this. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson is like one of the most famous people right now because, yeah, he's very smart, and people flock to the movies to watch Stephen Hawking. Just scientists are new rock stars, man. That's our thing, and thank God for that.
As they should.
As they should. So yeah, AI is horrifying, ain't it? When you really start thinking about that, like just the complications that arise when you create consciousness or what could be really close to consciousness.
I'm excited, and hopefully this happens after
I am not. No, that's the thing. It won't happen. It'll be happen when you're probably 40, because technology moves, and like I've told you this before, it just moves at an exponential rate.
If everybody is interested in that, there's a book called The Singularity, which is I met the author, and his name escapes me right now. He's a futurist that works for Google AI, actually. In fact, he's probably involved in this project. Ray Kurzweil, that's right. That's his name.
Yeah, I have that book.
And he brings up a lot. He talks a lot about that in the book. In fact, that's the main basis of the book. It's just
yeah, I watched a talk with him when he visited Chico State.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was in that room.
Oh, were you? I was there too.
Oh, damn. Yeah, because that was great. We got free pizza.
Like, I like how you don't remember like the author's name and the feature's name, but you remember there was free pizza. Kind of shows where Jeff was at that moment in time.
It was really important. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna skip class and I'm gonna freaking eat some pizza.
This is why you were so bad at your classes, Jeff. Remember, like, finance? Accounting,
man.
Accounting.
Anybody's taking an accounting course, it's kind of very binary. It's like you love it or you hate it. Yeah, I like the concept and idea of accounting. I like actually doing accounting.
The application of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like me, the idea of like rock climbing. It sounds awesome, but no.
I love rock climbing.
You would.
Love bouldering.
You're such a Bay Area bullcrapper.
Twitter. This is our second topic. We actually talked a long time about AI, but
it's freaking AI, dude. It's like it encapsulates everything, including like driverless cars and our personal assistants on our phones. It's everywhere. I don't really realize how much it's growing and learning about us. All about you. They know what you're gonna buy next, bro. They know what you're gonna buy next.
That's good because that means it saves me time. Because like you already know what I'm gonna buy, I'm just gonna like ask you, and then I just go buy it.
Yeah. Twitter. So yeah, Twitter, Jeff.
So Twitter. News this week is that the exodus of the top 5 executives at Twitter have left.
Or like top exec, not top 5.
Well, the word they use, taking some well-deserved time off. So take that as you will. Twitter's kind of going through a bit of problems. So Twitter's been around for like a long time in terms of technology, like the tech world. It's been around since I've been using
5 years.
Smartphone. Yeah, is it 5?
No,
it's been more.
No, that's longer. It's probably like
2007, 2008.
Yeah,
around there.
Yeah. But kind of like the same time that Facebook was a thing and all that. But if you compare it, to like Facebook and like Twitter now, it's just like Facebook is huge company with a lot of like projects going in terms of like, they have a lot of different things going. But Twitter is still kind of just Twitter. and its user base isn't growing. It's people are losing interest in it. They don't really know how to monetize it that well. And I don't know, like what do you think is a problem with Twitter, Jeff?
I think Twitter is not exactly the most user friendly. Like when you're trying to acquire like a new user, like
Yeah.
have you had a friend that's like, oh, I've heard about Twitter, kind of you like show me what it's all about, and I'll be like, okay, because if you like my Twitter feed, it's not you're not gonna find a single thing that's interesting for yourself because it's like personalized. You follow people, so like when I'm like trying to sell someone on it, I'm like, well, you can follow like comedians or just anybody that you think is interesting or is like in a field
Yeah.
that you're interested in, you just follow them.
Mhm.
But like not everybody wants that.
Yeah, like how I explain it to people is like, how like when Jean Grey just became like just reached puberty and started getting her powers, and she could just start hearing people's thoughts and ideas without wanting, like Jean Grey from X-Men. Like she's like
like freaking out about it.
Yeah, yeah. She starts hearing everything from people's thoughts, just a flood of them. That's Twitter, and you have to take time to kind of hone it and kind of focus what you want to like hear or listen to. But when you do focus on it, it's a really awesome tool. Like all my news I get from Twitter, all of my news, like because it's fast, it's like easily digestible, and if I want to read more, you can click to read more.
And
journalists freaking love Twitter. That's like their main.
That's the thing. There's people who think Twitter is completely indispensable, and
I love it. It's my main social media platform. Like that's the only one I really pay attention to.
And that's the thing. Like it's mostly, it's almost like a circle. Like it's just like it's relevant because everybody only in the tech sector usually uses it. Like people who are like tech journalists or just journalists in general, like just love Twitter so much. But it's also like, but people are like, well, who else uses it? And I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really know. It's mostly demographic.
Let me like tell you. So I follow like Chico's Geocode, so I know all the tweets. I see like every day what the tweets are in the area. A lot of high school kids use it, and they use it to post about Bay. And they post about Bay and ratchet things and and how hot their like teachers are, surprisingly. And One Direction. I see so much One Direction. I know one of their names now. I've seen it. Zayn Malik left, apparently, and it's a thing. And then like one of them dated Taylor Swift once, and like I think his name is like Mr. Styles, I think.
I couldn't tell you. All I know is about the same thing, and a lot of my friends on like Snapchat were just freaking out. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of people use Twitter. It's just I don't think a lot of people really have a use other than to kind of just blurt out their bullshit like online.
There is a lot of that, and like I've kind of like I've like gone through like my list of like people I followed. I'm like, okay, I kind of like cleaned. I didn't like unfollow them, but I was like, okay, these people like they just post too much, or like you got to go through. And
hey, all my tweets are awesome.
I didn't say you.
I was like,
thank God, because at least you don't like post like every single like second.
I only spew out either cool things about burritos, things I'm buying, or things I hate.
Like I'm just like looking through my Twitter feed right now, and like some of it's just like.
Okay, well, what are your top 5 tweets right now, like on your thing?
Okay, I have one. Emergency exit, keep pushing. Door will open in 15 seconds and alarm will sound. Hashtag usability.
Okay, mine is EA CFO estimates $55 million current gen console sales, putting Xbox One at around 19 million or less. Or yeah, all of mine are technology news. Outside money spent to support Hillary Clinton is more than twice the amount spent for Bernie Sanders. So we obviously have different things we're following. I'm very kind of tech and like politics, and Jeff is very
yeah, I'm usually following like content creators. Like like all the tech news I'm gonna get is usually from Reddit, or I usually hear it from somebody else. One of those two.
See, here's the thing. Twitter is I think it's bigger than Reddit, right? But I think Reddit has like a kind of more loyal following and more active following.
I just enjoy the community more because it just feels like more of it depends on like where it is, but like I just feel like I can go to a subreddit and I can know that when I go to the comments that it's going to be moderated discussion about the thing that's being posted about. So if I go to like
much Doge.
Yeah, no, we make sure we like, just ban all memes out of there. Just get it.
No, Doge. But Doge, Jeff.
Right,
Doge.
I used to mine Dogecoin. I probably have still in my wallet somewhere here. Find it out.
Hey, where's that Bitcoin, Jeff?
Hey, Bitcoin's doing fine. Bitcoin's
No,
doing
it's
just
not.
fine.
Nobody loves Bitcoin. No one.
Why is it still here then? Why are we talking about it?
Huh? Oh, I'm just saying that I haven't heard news about Bitcoin in forever. Other than the fact that like Shaquille O'Neal has his own Bitcoin or something.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaq coin?
Shaq coin.
I don't know. I remember someone else. Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger or something? Someone like who was a thing in the 90s has Bitcoin. I don't remember who, but nobody cares.
Shaq coin. How many shacks for that? 20 shacks? Are you gonna? You trying to mug me? What is this?
What is this, San Francisco? So Twitter. Go back to Twitter.
Yeah, back to Twitter. Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so like, if Twitter went away, how sad would you be?
That's the thing. Like, nothing ever just dies. It just like slowly shrivels away. I'll just get interest somewhere else. I mean, I live without Twitter. I mean, there's gonna be something cooler and kind of like more accessible, I feel like, than Twitter. And you know, some people do Snapchat now. You know, it won't flood you. You can check it when you want to. You know, like and news is already on Snapchat.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see what the future of Twitter is. It's not. It doesn't look bright. It just doesn't look bright.
It doesn't. And it's sad because I like so many things. I think that's how a lot of people feel is that they like so many things about Twitter, but at the same time, it's like it's in this tough place where it's like, well, what do you?
Yeah, like how do you monetize it? How do you improve on it?
That's another thing is that Twitter is not exactly the most user-friendly interface because it's just like when you look at your feed, it's just complete bullshit. And then like not everybody uses TweetDeck because like to like organize everything, and even TweetDeck kind of looks really insane when you have it across like a screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people get overwhelmed because like Facebook has the whole algorithm thing where like it's showing you things that are relevant to what things that you've looked at before, like people that you're interested in, and it brings it up. It has like this whole thing for it on the homepage.
Yeah, it curates it kind of thing.
Yeah, it curates it. And but like Twitter, it's just like, you know, it's time based. So it's like, you know, if you have that one person that just spams tweets, like it just pushes all the news up. You can't like get down to the
sports journalists do that. They're the worst.
I hate that. They're like anytime something happens, and like I get why people want it. It's a play by play. You know, it's like old time radio where you're kind of like giving that blow by blow. But I'm like, oh, it drives me crazy. It just that's the one thing that just gets me about Twitter. I'm just like, God damn it! Like I want to follow you because you post things sometimes that are nice.
Yeah.
But it's like most of the time.
Yeah, I don't follow them. I put them in lists for like those. Like I'll just have like sports guys there because I do not want them on my feed.
Yeah.
Like my general rule is I don't follow celebrities and sports journalists. I have a lot of good friends that are sports journalists, but I cannot follow them on Twitter. I don't care about the shit you talk about high school sports. Much love to Thomas Lawrence.
That is, yeah, it's true. Yeah, sport. It's always because it's people from the Chico area. Usually, it's just kind of like, oh, it's like, you know, the big football games happening. You know, like, I just don't care.
It's not big for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge sports person as it is, but you know, still, it's like
very much still
really spamming in. One thing I will say that Twitter I think has moved in the right direction is Moments.
Yeah, that was about to mention. They do have like kind of what Moments does is they take kind of a hashtag or a trending topic and they kind of create a story based on that. Kind of it curates a kind of an idea. Maybe election stuff, maybe Kanye West versus whoever he's yelling at now. Someone, I'm sure.
True, yeah, Kanye right now is like just two stories about him on the Moments for Twitter.
Yeah,
and yeah, he's not happy about that.
Okay, is Kanye really happy about anything other than Kim's butt? I don't know.
I've never seen him happy. Every picture of him is just him scowling at something.
Yeah, that's why he's like my spirit animal.
But for Moments, like I did, things that are about Kanye that are on Moments, like the State of the Union. I actually, that's how I kind of like read through it. Was just people's tweets and like little like snippets that they had in the background. They make it very, very elegant when you're looking in the app. I think that's kind of like a nicer direction. So I think like Twitter is very good for when you're aggregating good tweets from a lot of things or content in some way. And I know like when I like posted from CES, like I took pictures of and to pictures and video of just like, you know, random things I just found. Like there's one with like the piano, and there's one with people really like the projection mapping that Panasonic had. They would like tweeting that, like you can look at the statistics and like how many people viewed it. And it was like, oh, 600 people saw it. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I think they have to solve their kind of user experience thing going on, because it's not appealing to
that's the problem, is that as it tries to become more mainstream, it's the more of it like starts losing what makes Twitter special. Like for me, like the whole timeline way of viewing things, that's why I love Twitter. You know, like what's happening right now, right when it's happening. Like when news breaks, it's there and it's got you covered. You know, that's what I really love about it. It's basically like a newspaper article. You know, the latest things on the top, and it's just as most important things right at the top. But then if you want to go back and search through hashtags or topics, you can. But I don't know. Like again, the things that I like about it aren't necessarily things that it will make it popular.
Yeah, they're very specific niche things.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that like most people who are not us are going to be like well, when I ever use that, I'm like, you just have to think it's interesting and like use it. And like I don't know, maybe it's like that's why I'm thinking like maybe Twitter's like this circular thing where like we need it because we need it and like it's you know, it's very specific to a certain demographic. So yeah, I mean I don't know. Do you think Twitter's gonna pull it off? You think they're gonna
I hope they do. Like, I hope they do, but I hope they do. But if not, it's just I'll live with it. Just maybe like the removal of the 3.5mm jack. I'll learn to live without it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like we talked about this last episode. So if you're interested in talking about the iPhone 7 rumors, last episode we talk about it.
Why weren't you listening? You should have been listening.
You should already know about that. So, Twitter. Good times.
Good luck. Good luck, Jack Dorsey. Good luck.
Yeah, that was the whole thing where they brought back the old CEO to like kind of like, all right, we're gonna have to turn this company around because you know stock prices dropped and they're really just trying to get people who are really good at just coming onto a company and doing a 360.
Yeah, a 180. 180.
Do a 360. It's
let's do the same thing.
Let's go around in a circle and then go right back where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, hopefully they do it because
I really do like Twitter.
I will miss Twitter if Twitter goes away. I'm sure.
I also miss my Dreamcast.
I have my Dreamcast still.
Yeah, really? I really want to buy a PlayStation, like a PSP Go or whatever, or not a Go, or like the new one, because they have Suikoden 2 on there, and it's like my favorite game ever.
I almost forgot about that console, the hand console.
Yeah, no, it's very much kind of disappeared from the kind of like Western idea. It's still very popular in Japan. They love that shit there, but in the US,
My roommate had one, and I was like, "This is really cool and pretty." And like
these things killed the PSP and freaking, you know, the Western consumption of it. Cell phones murdered straight up the PSP.
They really have. Probably for the better, because this does everything I need.
And it's huge.
Love it. I'm holding 6S Plus. If you want to find more about the show, you can go to techlaundrypodcast.com. We have all of our episodes posted there. We occasionally post little articles we write for the show. If you want to learn more about Soylent, you can check out my article in the news section. Gotta love that.
You can follow us on Twitter at @tech_laundry, or you can follow our personal Twitter accounts at Tertius Buffetta and at Jeffrey A. Barron. That's JEFFREYA Barron, BARRON. Damn it! I was almost perfect at that. Barron.
You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/techlaundry. Give whatever makes sense. Hand it out. Good times. If you are interested in supporting us without having to make a contribution, I would definitely recommend downloading us on Acast or Acast. Acast, you can search it up on like any of the app stores, and you can download the app and like subscribe to us there. Not everybody wants to have Acast as their primary podcast player, but
It's not bad. It's really good, actually. It looks cool.
They're an up and comer. They're from Europe, and they're trying hard.
Don't say that to an American audience; they'll never look at it.
No, they got no. It's good. It's good. They have really good interface. If you want to check it out, acast.com/techlaundry. You can actually get a trailer up there. That's one thing I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we're very busy people.
Audio trailer about.
I eat a lot of burritos on the side.
I want a burrito. Maybe I should get one. I keep thinking, like, how late is it in the day? It's 10:30, so
it's really not that late in the day.
Super early, so early. It's like monks get up at this time.
How lazy do you think monks are?
Extremely lazy.
Oh my god, you're just the worst.
They don't do anything all day. They just get up really early. Wear robes. Robes. Is that all of our plugs?
I think so. I think so.
That's all for this week's episode of Tech Laundry, guys. Until next time.
Eat grapes.
And
support your local farmer.
And don't let the AI bite you. Don't let the AI bites. I was gonna say bed bugs, but like AI bugs. Don't let the bugs in the AI bite you. Don't let the
no, just stop it while you're still behind. You're done. You're done. No one's happy. Take it off live, Jeff. Take it off.